Alright, what's going on? So in this video I'm going to show you how to Zercher deadlift. But first, what does the Zercher deadlift hit? Well, it hits your entire body. It's going to hit your entire back, your lats, your traps, your spinal erectors, your lower back. It's going to hit your hips in a way that you might not be used to, because just the range of motion is huge. You're going to go from an extremely folded position all the way to a fully extended position. So this exercise is already a full body exercise. It hits the core, especially when you're doing multiple reps. If you do one rep, it's going to hit your core, it's going to hit hard, but when you're doing multiple reps, it's hard to keep bracing, and it's going to really challenge your entire body, your entire nervous system. It's a great exercise. Additionally, if you're a grappler or someone who's in a sport that involves picking someone off the ground, this is going to be a perfect exercise for you. This is probably one of the most specific exercises when it comes to picking someone off the ground, because a conventional deadlift, you're down here, you're getting a nice 90-degree bend to your hips. That's not what picking up someone is. Picking up someone, you have to really swoop down, get really close to the ground, and then from there really, generate power. You don't have the luxury of, bending with a nice perfect spine. You're going to be down, really going down and swooping down to pick that person up. Or if you're someone who, moves furniture around, the natural way to pick something up is to bend over. There's no world where it's natural to squat down in a perfectly straight spine. You're going to bend over and pick this thing up. And so you should prepare your body for what you're going to do. And this exercise is going to be a really great way. So if you have to move furniture around, you need to pick stuff up, this is going to really strengthen your back and prepare your body for that. So you don't pick up a chair and tweak your back because you're weak. You need to strengthen your back. Now I could go on about all the specificity benefits of the Zercher deadlift, whether you're a wrestler, with a leg in here, you're trying to swoop someone down. But then this video is going to be about 20 to 30 minutes long of just me rambling about why you should Zercher deadlift. And I want to teach you, and this video is really about how to Zercher deadlift. So one of the main problems with the Zercher deadlift is it's a very mobility challenging exercise. You're going from very low on the ground. So we're going to go over a couple progressions first before going into just a full Zercher deadlift. Now the first progression is going to be the Zercher Romanian deadlift, or the Zercher RDL. The key here is you're starting from the top here. This is what makes a lot of deadlifts easier, is you're starting from the top and then going down. Starting from the dead stop position is one of the difficult, challenging parts of the deadlift. What you're going to need to do is either using a rack or the Zercher deadlift technique I used there, in order to start from the top, and then you're going to, without bending your knees very much, lower your back, bend over, get a full stretch, and once you're got a full stretch, you stand back up, you lift the bar back up. It's a very simple movement. It's a hinge of the hips. Now the next exercise here is very similar. This is the top down Zercher deadlift, again using the half Zercher deadlift technique to get the bar up, or just lift the bar out of a rack. We then lower the bar by hinging our hips like the RDL, but this time we're also going to bend our knees, aiming to get the bar all the way to the ground. Some of the benefits of starting from the top is it allows us to start the lift by bracing in a standing position, which is much easier than bracing in a fully folded over position. Additionally, lowering the weight makes the technique more intuitive, and like a weighted stretch, it helps improve our range of motion, allowing us to get into positions we wouldn't normally be able to get into. The next progression is to start with the concentric motion. The last couple exercises have been starting with the eccentric. So here we're going to do a block Zercher deadlift. Using the blocks or even a rack, we're able to get used to picking something off the ground with our elbows, but without overly challenging our mobility. This is a great way to really get into Zercher deadlifts. And now onto the full Zercher deadlift. We start with our toes pointing out. This allows us to get down easier. I then like to use one arm to pull myself under the bar into position, and then once I have one elbow under the bar, it's much easier to get the other elbow under the bar. And then like a regular deadlift, you start to drive with your legs and your hips, and then as the bar raises, you get your back into it, you get your glutes into it, and then you stand up. If your hips are rising too much, then you're probably not using enough leg and hip drive, but don't stress too much about the technique, as you're just trying to get used to picking something straight off the ground, and you gotta do it however you like. I hope you found this video useful and that you'll try out some Zercher deadlifts. If you liked the video, make sure to like the video, leave a comment, let me know what you think, and as always, I'll see you in the next video.